I want to teach on the secret to performing under pressure. The secret to performing under pressure. Now, you fill in the blank in an area of your life right now where you're worried that you're not going to be able to handle the moment, the pressure. Could be a big job interview. Could be a presentation that you think is key to moving you up the ladder and getting promoted. But you just think of your pressure-filled situation. And by the way, there's a personal application to this as well. So just think, all right, Ken, I don't perform under pressure well, or I don't think I will. I've never really had to perform under pressure. And what's holding me back from moving forward in my life is I don't like pressure. Now, there's some freaks out there like me. I love the pressure. I love when the red light comes on the camera, and I love speaking in front of large crowds. I love being live every day, no safety net. I love that. I know I'm a freak, but I like it. But for the rest of you, let me give you some tips from somebody who has to perform under pressure. Even though I like it, I still have to deliver. And so this is coming from my journey and my practices. All right, here's the phrase I want you to write down. Wherever you're watching, type it in your phone. Here it is. And I'm going to teach out of this. Relentless preparation leads to reflexive performance. Let me say it again slow. Relentless preparation leads always. I threw that little word in there. You don't have to write that down if you don't want to. Reflexive performance. Relentless preparation leads to reflexive performance. Let me remind you. Yesterday, again, I'm at home with my boys and I'm watching the playoff football game. And the Chiefs are playing the Browns. And they've got the all-world quarterback, giant slayer, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, this guy, when he's on the field, the Chiefs feel like they can beat anybody. Rightfully so. He goes down with a concussion. They got a 5-point lead they're nursing against a hungry, scrappy Cleveland Browns team. And you just know, you could just feel it. All the Chiefs fans around the world watching in the stadium, their hopes sink. Our man, Patrick Mahomes, is out with a concussion. What are we going to do? Well, it's next man up. Happens to be a guy by the name of Chad Henne, who's been in the league, I want to say 13 years. Went to my beloved University of Michigan, played for the Wolverines, was a good quarterback, been a starter for a long time. But he hasn't played as a starter in years and years and years. He's been on the sideline the entire game. It's 20-some degrees. Here comes Chad Henne. He's got to keep this game from becoming a loss. All the entire organization, their fans, all the players, coaches, and put it all the time. It's coming down to, can our backup quarterback, who hasn't played much at all, can he lead us? Now, you want to talk about pressure. That's pressure. You could take a kicker who's got to come out there and win the game and kick a field goal in the extreme cold temperature or win, whatever. You pick this analogy. But I'm watching this yesterday, and I watch him come out, and he does a really good job. He steps up, despite throwing an interception, stayed in the game, got a huge, crucial third down run when they needed it. And then a fourth and 1, rolls out, throws a pass to Tyreek Hill, and they win the game. So how does Chad Henne step into the most pressure-filled stage in sports and step up and deliver? Well, the answer is relentless preparation. He's in the practice. He's on the practice field. He's taking the reps. He's watching film. He's got to be ready. He's over there on the sideline, not playing words with friends and joking around with everybody. He's watching the game, and he knows he's one play away from having all the pressure on him. So he's engaged. He has done all the practice. He has shown up and put in all the reps that the starters do, knowing he's got to be ready. I've told the story of Joe Montana back in the old days, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever play. And his offensive linemen tell the story. They were in a TV timeout, and they're waiting for the commercial to come back. And he's just looking around the Super Bowl crowd. This is at the Super Bowl. He's looking around the end zone. He sees John Candy, one of his favorite comedians. He goes to his offensive lineman, "Hey, look, guys, it's John Candy. I love that guy. He's hysterical." And he's joking around, sharing his favorite movie scenes about his favorite comedian who's standing in the back of the end zone behind him, and they're getting ready to march 90-plus yards down to try to win the Super Bowl, and his lineman marveled at how cool and calm Joe Montana was. Why? Well, a big part of it is their relentless preparation. Because what happens is when you feed your brain the right thoughts, when you prepare for the interview or prepare for the presentation or whatever it is, and you prepare and you prepare and you prepare and you prepare, and when you get tired, you prepare some more. This brain, this supercomputer that God gave you, has got everything it needs in it. And when you start sweating uncontrollably and your blood pressure rises and you feel like you're not going to be able to step up, your brain is going to do the work for you. And Chad Henne or Joe Montana or any other example you want to use of an athlete who steps up under unbelievable pressure and performs, it is because their brain takes over, their instinct takes over. I mean, it's just there. They know, I've done this 2-minute drill 575 times this year between a game and practice. And I know what the plays are. I know what I've got to do. And so in the moment, guess what? Your brain takes over, instinct takes over, and you're not that nervous. And so you could go into a big job interview. You can go into a big presentation where you're pitching your future and you could deliver because in that moment you've prepared so much that the whole world stops. And it's like you're having an out-of-body experience. And I've been there before. I've been so nervous to give huge talks for the, but I prepared for the talk. I practiced and I felt passionate that the message had to be delivered. And so when in front of 12,000 people, guess what happened? Everything stops. And it's like I come out of my body and I'm floating above myself going, wow, that's pretty cool. A lot of people in this room. I'm delivering the goods though. That guy over there is shaking his head. He believes it. This gal over here is writing these notes down. And in the moment, everything stops. And all the nerves and all the insecurity and all the fear fades. Boom. I'm in the moment. And I'm just making it happen. They've interviewed athletes all the time. What did it feel like? It felt like I could, Michael Jordan would say, I just felt like I couldn't miss. But that comes from a crazy confidence and calm that hours and hours and hours of shooting at the hoop bring athletes like that. So grab that for yourself. You don't have to be a world-class athlete to perform well under pressure. You don't have to be wildly talented to perform under pressure. You know what you need? To be relentlessly prepared. I hope that helps you.